Okay, let's see if my kids let me film this. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Jessica and Reese Show, and today I'm spilling all the tea about how much money I made my first year on YouTube. If this is the first video you're seeing of me, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that YouTube stuff, help your girl out, because I'm working hard, so show your girl some love. All right, so before I break down the numbers of what I made my first year on YouTube, I want to put in here that this is probably not what most creators make their first year on YouTube. Actually, I know that it's not because I've watched so many creators not make anything for 2, 3, 4 years on YouTube. So that fact does not miss me at all. I am so grateful that I can generate any kind of income for my family by being a YouTuber, because I knew it was a thing for other people, but I never thought that it would be a thing for me, because I just started YouTube to share my past stories and try to, you know, inspire people with the fact that I'm a recovering drug addict and that I've been to prison. So when I started YouTube, I thought that I was just gonna make a few videos, like 7. For some reason, that was the number that I had in my head. I was gonna make 7 videos, leave them up. If people found them, they found them. Never in a million years did I think I would have one YouTube channel, and then now this one that you're watching me on is my second YouTube channel. I didn't think that it would be a full-time thing for me, and it's so funny. I know you guys came for the numbers, and we're gonna get there in a second. When I first started YouTube, I started with my phone, and I sat on the floor and I didn't know how to edit. If I didn't get it in the first take, it didn't go up on YouTube. And just to see how far I've come, I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so grateful for you guys, because my channel would be nothing if it wasn't for you guys. I would just be talking to myself, you know what I mean? So before I get into the actual numbers, don't timestamp me, stop it. Now I wanna put this in here too. I'm so humbled by the fact that I can make money. I'm so grateful to you guys. And if you are wanting to start YouTube, do not start YouTube to make money. Start it because you're passionate about it, and it's because it's something that you like, because there are a lot of ups and downs on YouTube. Not only do I get a lot of hate because it's YouTube, but there is also a lot that goes into it behind the scenes. For every single video that I put up, it takes me a few hours. You know, 5 is about what I average per video, and that's like doing it really fast. That's coming up with the idea, setting up to film, filming, and then editing and putting it up, and then you gotta put cards and end screens, and you know, it's a lot. It is a lot. So I average about 5 hours per video, but there are times where a video takes me much longer to edit, so 5 is on the lower side of it. Another thing that's important to note here is that YouTube keeps half of everything that I make and 30% of super chats. So I don't really do live streams, but when I used to do live streams, YouTube would keep 30% of whatever you guys would gift to me. So that's part of it. And then our revenue, our YouTube revenue, YouTube takes almost 50% of that. So if I have a video that made $1,000, you guessed it, YouTube is taking 500. So that's another like really shitty thing about YouTube. Is that they take half your money, but because they want to make money off creators, that's why there are ads, so that they can make money. So you know, that's fun. That's fun. Another thing about putting ads in your videos is a lot of people aren't going to like that you're putting ads in the video. And this to me is a little bit frustrating because, okay, say if you're watching a TV show, it's completely normal that in a 30-minute TV show, you're probably going to get 5 commercials and like 2 ad breaks with 5 commercials. So you're watching 10 ads in 30 minutes. That is excessive. And if you watch Better Call Saul, I'm sorry, but does Better Call Saul not have way too many ads? It's super frustrating. So I never watched Better Call Saul the night that it came out. I always watched it after so I could fast forward. But like why in Better Call Saul are you gonna give me 50 ads, man? They get a sentence out, 10 ads. Okay, moving on. It is frustrating when people don't like that they have to see ads on YouTube, because that money, half of it's going to YouTube, but the other half is going to just people, you know, and we are our own creator, production studio, editing team. We are our own independent contractor, and it takes a lot of time and creativity and energy to pour into our videos. So it is maybe annoying to get ads, but it's something free to you. It's 5 seconds and you can skip it. So I want to throw that in there if you're thinking about creating YouTube videos. My strategy for that before I put a lot of ads on my videos was to not do that at first, and I never put mid-roll ads in my videos until I hit about 50,000 subscribers. Then I started putting ads in my videos in the middle of my videos. So, you know, do it however you will. I know another creator, his name is CG Kid. He didn't monetize his channel until he had 100,000 subscribers. I wouldn't recommend doing that because you're pouring your time and your heart and your energy on your videos. So if you are wanting a YouTube channel and you've spent money on equipment, there's no reason why after you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time that you shouldn't get ads. That way you can at least maybe earn the money back on your equipment. Okay, anyway. Oh, and another thing, you guys are gonna hate me for this long ass intro. Another thing is if you are wanting to start YouTube, my advice to you is to make a few videos on your phone. Don't buy anything, just sit in front of a window and let that light hit your face. Film it for free. Do it old school before you invest the money on a camera. Now, the camera that I use is the Canon Rebel SL2. It's a DLSR camera. It's affordable in comparison to other really expensive cameras, but I get pretty good quality, as you can see. And then I have a Canon, what is that called? A Canon G7X Mark II for my little vlog camera. But I started on my phone, and it wasn't until I had about 5,000 subscribers that I bought a camera. Because after that, I had made about 50 videos, and I was like, okay, yep, I love this. I love what I'm doing. I'm willing to invest more money into the channel. And I wanted to give you guys a better, clearer picture. I wanted to reinvest money on the channel, and we're gonna get into that in a second. So, all right. How much money did I make my first year on YouTube? I'm gonna start at about June. Now, I was earning money January. No, that's not right. I think I got my first, I can't look back that far on my phone, but I think I got my first YouTube paycheck in February, maybe January, and it was like $100. And I was like super excited because I made $100 on YouTube. It is my outlet. It is where I'm sharing my story, and I made $100, and I was super happy with that because my expectation was zero. I didn't know that I could really make this a full-time job. As the months progressed, I started to make more money. So we're gonna start in June, and I'm gonna put a screenshot up here. June of 2019, I made $2,794.71. Super happy about that, and I was just really excited that I was making a couple grand because I have kids, you know what I mean? So any extra income coming in can help the kids, and I was just super excited about it. Yeah, okay. In July, I made $2,181.90. So it just kind of seemed like that was gonna be my average. And I think June or July of last year, I had about 50,000 subscribers. So that can kind of give you a good ballpark of where I was at and about what your income might be if you had about 50,000 subscribers. In August, I made about $2,500. So as you can see, it really looks like that was gonna be my average income. So I started to budget around that and how that money would be coming into the family. And I got used to that amount. So what would happen next month would blow my freaking mind because I didn't think this was possible. So in September, and I remember crying when I saw that final number because I couldn't believe that that would be the amount of money that I got in ad revenue in 1 month. Before I show you this screenshot, just know that like at this point in September, I had been on YouTube for months. About 10 months at that point. I had invested hundreds of dollars. I got camera, lighting equipment. I was spending about 40 hours a week on the channel. So it was full time. Okay, here we go. September, and it's my birthday month. So, oh my God, I was so excited. In September, I earned $10,707.81. Now, let me just tell you right now, saying that out loud, I'm like, what the hell? How did I make $10,000? Well, the channel just really started to pick up steam. I gained a lot of subscribers pretty quickly. I had a couple of videos hit over 1 million views, and my CPM was pretty high, and that's cost per milli. It should really be cost per 1,000 views. My channel just got more traction, and I reached 100,000 subscribers. So that was huge to me. It's very important to note before I go into the rest of the year, it's very important to know that the second half of the year on YouTube is more profitable statistically than the first half of the year also. It's also important to note here that you have to pay taxes. That $10,000 is looking an awful lot like 6. So a big mistake that a lot of people make is that they get a chunk of change from YouTube and they're like, oh, I got 10 grand, let's go buy some Gucci stuff. You know what I mean? And sure, spoil yourself, totally, you worked hard for that, you deserve it, right? But you gotta pay taxes on it, and YouTube will tax you anywhere between 30 and 40%, and it's very foolish to run right out and spend a shit ton of money when you have a big tax bill coming, and I will get there, so please stay tuned till the end, because I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and tricks for paying a little bit less in taxes and running YouTube like a business. Okay, in October, I made more than in September. I made $12,702.80. What? I was in such a state of shock that I was having pretty big months. I mean, that is crazy to me. That's a lot, and I was so grateful and just so excited, but I knew that a big tax bill was coming, so I remember being pretty nervous that was what my channel was generating. In November, that was my biggest month to date. I made $17,190.86. To think that like the person that you guys, it does not escape me that this is massive, and to think about where I came from, to be blessed this much, and it all being something that I'm passionate about. Fuck. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. So in December, I made $14,687. And let me just go to January because my channel is not generating that much revenue right now. Let me try to see if I can pull up January's revenue. Oh, it makes me cry every time because I'm just so grateful. Let's try to go to 365. January. Yeah, I didn't even make half that in January. Okay, so my first year on YouTube in 2019, I brought in $54,000 for the entire year. Now that's a pretty average income. So if I worked at like my old job at Landstar, I was a freight broker, I brought in a little under $40,000 a year. So that's a little bit better than like an entry-level job at like a freight broker, for example. Now you have to keep in mind, it's the income for the whole year. So what happens is a lot of people make the mistake of getting a few months like that and spending a bunch of money and not saving it. And before you know it, tax time comes and you owe so much money. You owe so much money. Even though I had 4 months that were crazy big months for me, it's the whole year that we have to look at here. So if I went out and I spent a bunch of money and I didn't save, that would have been an issue for me. So in my first year in 2019, I saved on average 70% of the money that was coming in. I just put it aside, didn't spend it, didn't even think about it. And the other 30%, is probably more, the other 30% I reinvested back into the channel. That is tripod, lighting, backdrop, camera equipment, travel to do interviews. And I was very meticulous in keeping my receipts for everything. So come tax time, I have to pay about 30 to 40% of that $54,000. Now that's a huge tax bill, so that's why it's really important to make sure that you're writing off everything. A YouTuber can even write off the makeup that we buy because we have to look camera ready or whatever. So yeah, it's really, really important to write down and keep track of everything that you spend. If you take a 100-mile drive and you buy someone lunch, that's business. And it's important that when you're making money on YouTube, you think about it like a business. So at this point, I I am not an individual, I am an LLC, and so I get the tax breaks that a business gets. It also protects you in case somebody wants to sue you. So if someone sued me, they would go after Jessica Kent Enterprises, not Jessica Kent. And that means like if someone wanted to sue me, they're gonna get my Jessica Kent Enterprises bank account that's got like nothing in it, and they can take things related to my business like the camera. So while yes, I made about $54,000 last year, I paid almost $10,000 in taxes. So that 54 looking awful lot like 44, and you have to be aware of that. Having a few really big months on YouTube will not sustain. So I went from, I average about $4,000 to $5,000 a month now on YouTube. Now that's about standard for me, that's about average, and I'm very grateful for that. So if you are a new YouTuber and your channel's taking off and you're about to make revenue, please keep in mind that those big months will not last. Don't spend $10,000 a month thinking that every month after that is going to be the same, because it's definitely not. It kind of ebbs and flows. So be careful, know that you have a big tax bill coming. And if you are generating a substantial amount of revenue, protect yourself. Become an LLC, do things that will protect you and your family. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. If you guys want to see more videos like this, if you want more how to be a YouTuber type of videos or what I make or whatever, leave me some questions in the comment section down below. I would be more than happy to answer those questions for you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.